Welcome to the final video on 2.1. We're going to talk about graphing. All right, and this is going to be pretty short. Most people are pretty familiar with it. But right, the essence of graphing really is just you have a coordinate plane. I'm not requiring graphing paper in this class. It would really help you. You yourself, you who I'm talking to right now, will probably be happier if you have graphing paper, but it is not a specific requirement, okay? For the notes, a lot of times I just make my own coordinate plane. It's not pretty, but it kind of gets the job done. Graphing by hand is not super important to me. What's more important in general is being able to read and interpret graphs. So normally 1400 has a lot of graphs, but I'll be kind of throwing my own spin on this stuff. Right, in general, to graph a point, you just find the x coordinate and the y coordinate. So 3, 2, 3 is going to be x, 1, 2, 3. 2 is going to be y, 1, 2. And you have your point. Okay, so those are the basics of graphing. Again, this is the x-axis, and this is the y-axis most of the time. I'm not going to be too much of a stickler for labeling your axes or anything like that. Any graphing problem I will, on a quiz or an exam, I will always be very clear of, here's are the things that you need to include. Anyway, reminder on quadrants. This is the first quadrant. This is the second quadrant. This is the third quadrant, and this is the fourth quadrant. Okay, so let's do a problem. Example 4, last part of the section. Use a table to graph y equals 2x minus 1 with at least 3 points. All right, so we're going to make a table. We're going to plot our function. And again, with this one, there's a lot of different ways to plot lines, especially with our function right here, which is already in slope-intercept form. If you wanted to, you could just start by plotting the y-intercept, remember where that intersects with the x-axis, and then you could plot the slope to get multiple points on your line. But we're going to do what it says, because using a table to graph, we're going to use that a lot later on in the semester, okay? So we're just going to make our x's and our y coordinates. So we can just choose any number we want for x. I like to start with 0. X is 0. What is y? Well, y is going to become 2 times 0 minus 1, right? You just replace the x with the number you're plugging in for that. Type this into a calculator, you get -1. That's our first point. X is 0, y is -1. And pick, for the next one, any other x. I'm kind of boring. I like to go to the next one. Okay, so if x is 1, what do we get? Replace x with 1. 2 times 1 minus 1. Plug that into a calculator, you're going to get +1. So x is +1, y is +1. All right, now we can go to the next one, and you get 2 times 2 minus 1. Plug that into a calculator, and you get 3. X is 2, y is 3. You plot that, and you should have it. You only need 2 points to make a line. 3 points is usually good, because again, if your first 2 points look like this, and your third point is way out here in Costa Rica or something, you probably got something going on. So at that point, just connect the dots. And again, I'm not going to be a stickler on the graphs, because look at my graphs. Okay, my graphs by hand are not amazing either. I just want to know, do you have the general idea of what's going on? All right, so that's what we got here, and that's graphing. So this should be all the information you need to finish the homework assignment. So do number 30 through 46 even, and number 54 as well. And that should be the whole assignment. If you have any questions, email, Slack, Canvas message, okay? And good luck.